well, welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday. It's about, I'd say it's probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I know I haven't made a video in a while. Somebody sent me a message last night and wanted to make sure I was okay. I'm okay. I'm just kind of taking a break. And one of the reasons I'm taking a break is there are a lot of people making videos now up here. And some of them are saying some crazy stuff and attracting the attention of some people that you don't want to attract the attention of. So, you know, I kind of laid back a little bit, but you know, I'm gonna start making videos again. I may make, you know, maybe one a month, or you know, maybe every couple of weeks or something like that, because I really enjoy doing this, and you know, I hate to give it up, and I really don't think I will. My health is good. I've had 2 scans. I had 1 scan in my lower abdomen, no cancer. I had a brain scan about 2 weeks ago. Everything's fine. Everything's looking good. My blood levels are great. You know, I can't say anything else other than that. Excuse me. I did have some side effects from the immune therapy that you know, it's not really taken me out, but it's just made me feel really uncomfortable. And it's common side effects that everybody has, and hopefully eventually they'll go away. They don't dilapidate me or anything like that, or make me ill or anything like that. It's just, you know, just some crazy stuff. But you know, it's part of the therapy, and it's part of the medicine. And you know, I'm not taking it anymore. I don't need it, and so hopefully everything will go good. This is one of my favorite spots to go, and they've done a lot of improvements down here, and I'll show it to you. And then we're going to go up in the city. I'm going to find a place, and I'm going to tell you about 2 Belgian guys. One of them's still with us, and the other one, well, he's in not too good a shape, and I'll tell you that story. And I'll also relate it to a case that I worked back in the States a while back, because there's some similarities on it, and you know, they just kind of correlate a little bit. Anyway, I'll stop talking and turn the camera around, and I want to thank everybody that sent me messages, bought coffee, come in the channel, and you know, seen the live streams and stuff. I really appreciate that, and we'll try to keep it going. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking and turn around. I'll show you where we're at. This place has really changed over the last few months. You know, I think the last time I was here was almost dry. There's a guy out there fishing, but over in here they've put a little park, fixed a little park up, which is really, really nice. A lot of people out here just enjoying the afternoon. Hello. I guess I could come here and start working out a little bit. I'm back on my bicycle, and I cycle about 35 kilometers every other day. And I've been on the days that I don't cycle, I walk 5 kilometers. So, you know, my strength is good. I'm really pleased with that. Wow, yeah, I could really come here and have a good workout. This is nice. This wasn't here the last time I was here. They're building it. As you can see, the river is pretty orange. And I'm not sure where we're going to walk today. I'll get up there and drive around a little bit and see what's a good spot. Yeah, it's orange from the runoff from the mountains. But anyway, we'll jump back on the bike and head in towards the city, and I'll see you in a little while. Well, we made it up here, and we're going to walk around a little bit, and some of you all will know where we're at. And when I went to start my cordless microphone on after shutting it off from the last one, it wouldn't come back on, so the sound might be a little bit goofy. I'm going to try to hold it as close to my face as I can so you all get the sound. But anyway, we're up here. We're going to walk around this area, and some of y'all will know where we're at. We're right outside of Sweet Home Coffee's place. Now, she's closed today, but I always love to give her a plug. She's a real sweet lady, and she makes great mango shakes. And I haven't seen her in a while, but she's closed today, but she's usually open every other day. Hello. Sweet Home Coffee. If you come up here and you don't stop here and see her, and get some coffee from her, you're really missing out. Hello, there she is. I'm just gonna put you on the video for a little while, okay?
Yes, of course. Why not we close today?
Yeah. Hey, there she is.
Hello, hello.
All right, I'll see you later, okay?
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Picture.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend.
Okay. Real sweet lady. You have to, if you come here, you have to check her out. But anyway, about the story I'm going to tell, and I hope the audio is good on this. I'm trying to keep it as close to my mouth as I can. The external mic on the GoPro is not real good. And fortunately, I've got an extra microphone at home, but it's at home. But anyway, we're going to walk down this way. But the story, it's about two guys. They're two foreigners. They're European. I won't mention the country that they're from, but it begins with B and ends with M, so you can figure it out. But anyway, they're in their 40s. The younger one, I'll kind of skip to the chase here and kind of get right to the meat of things as I'm showing you around. Wow, they're restoring this place. The younger guy, he's up in another province, Nakhon Phanom. They're from, these two guys are from Seka. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it, but it's a city in Issan. But anyway, he's up there, and in Thailand we have this group called, they're kind of the drug eradication guys, and basically what they're basically guerrillas, and they hide out in the jungle and waiting for the drug traffickers to come through, and they're heavily armed guys, and they're, you know, they'll kill you in a heartbeat. They get in a lot of shootouts here, and it usually doesn't end up well for the drug smugglers. But anyway, they're out there staking this place out, waiting for somebody to come through, and lo and behold, a foreigner pulls up in a pickup truck. Now they're way out in the boonies, and I think we'll walk down the next street and then go right. They're out in the boonies surveilling this location. He pulls up in the pickup truck in front of a pond out there, and he's got a motorcycle in the back of his pickup truck. Well, he takes the motorcycle out and he dumps it in the pond. Well, they see this, so they're thinking, well, you know, that's not, you know, people just don't do shit like that. Excuse my language. So they get after him, and he takes off, and you know, right then throws up all the red flags in the world there when you run from the cops. And you're not going to run from these guys. That's what they're trained to do, is chase people down. Well, anyway, they catch him, and they're asking him, you know, all these questions and stuff. You know, why you throwing this perfectly good motorcycle in the pond here? And he, you know, what can he do? He doesn't really have a logical explanation for what he's doing. And these guys, you know, they're good at their jobs. They know what they're doing, and they know how to interview people. Well, it turns out that the motorcycle belonged to one of his friends. Was another guy from his same country that lived near him, and they both had Thai wives. And he finally confesses to the cops that he's killed the guy, and he's disposed of the body, and his plans were to dispose of his motorcycle and make it look like this guy just ran off and they couldn't find him. But anyway, they go back to they take him back to Seka, where he's from, and go to where his house is, and what he's building a coffee shop there as well. And what he had done is he had shot the guy about 3 or 4 times, and then he had we'll walk down this way. He put him in a burn pit and burned him with a bunch of trees and logs and old tires and stuff. And so they got to question him to find out, what the deal was on it. Well, he comes up with a story. He says this guy I think this is going to be a dead end, but we'll walk down anyway. This guy would come and bum money from him all the time and not pay him back. And that's, you know, that happens here. That's one thing I'll tell people. I said, don't lend anybody any money here. Just don't even start that. It's just a bad habit to get into. But anyway, this guy apparently was having problems securing his visa, and he needed funds. So he came to this guy and was demanding that this guy give him 850,000 baht so he could get his visa and pay some bills. Well, the guy wouldn't. You know, he just had enough. This is him saying this. And when I get to the bottom of the story, you know, there's some speculation that he actually reported this guy to the cops a few times. So, you know, there may be some truth to it, but I don't think it's going to make any difference in the end result. He's still going to get time for killing this guy. But anyway, he said the guy came to his house demanding the money, and he refused him the money. And he shot him like 3 or 4 times and dumped him in the canal. He said the reason he did that was when he refused to give him the money, the guy threatened to kill his family. And apparently he had done this quite a few times, and the guy just basically just had enough. He said, I've had enough of this guy threatening me and threatening my family and all that, and he just killed him. So, you know, again, it doesn't say what's going to happen. He's definitely in custody, and they have according to the last article I read, and I'll put a link in the bottom to the actual article so you can read it. You can see the pictures as well. But I wonder if we'll walk down this way. Nah, we'll keep going this way. But it doesn't say what the outcome of it is, and like I said, most of these when these things happen, we generally don't ever hear what happens. You know, the media, for some reason, they'll take the meat and potatoes out of it, and they'll never follow up on a story to find out what the actual outcome is, or, you know, how much time he spends in jail. Or very rarely do you ever hear that, so we'll never really know. But my guess is he's going to spend some serious time in prison, without a doubt. And it's a pity, you know. I mean, just don't play with stuff like that. Not only is he looking at time for killing the guy, they charged him with disposing of the body. We'll walk down this way. And they also charged him with possession of a gun and bullets, which is, you know, you do that, you're in trouble here, no matter which way you go. So he's got some serious legal problems. What'll happen, like I said, I don't know. But he, you know, he was out of his area, and he didn't know that was a place that they staked out for drugs, and he just decided he was going to dispose of the guy's motorcycle right in front of the cops, and it didn't work out too well for him. Let's see where we can go here. I've not been through these alleys here. I don't know where that would go. I think that probably just dead ends into that house over there. We'll keep walking this way. But you know, stuff like that happens. And I'm going to tell you about a case that I worked on back in Tennessee. Actually, it's one of the first cases that I worked on, and it is the last case that I testified on before I left the United States. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it, because it's a good story. It's a good 45-minute to an hour story about this guy and how he was caught. But the guy was just a dirtbag. He murdered his uncle, or no, I'm sorry, it was his stepfather. He was trying to get money from his stepfather, and his stepfather wouldn't give him any money, and he got mad and he shot him in the head. And he was also in the company of 2 teenage kids that he had kind of taken under his wing, and was kind of carting them around. This was in southeast Tennessee, and he lived in a place called Johnson City, which is in northeast Tennessee. He was living there at the time. So anyway, he shoots his stepfather in the back of the head, and steals his credit cards. And his stepfather has got a pickup truck. He loads the body up in the pickup truck along with the chair that he was sitting in. Wow, that's a beautiful house right there. The chair that he was sitting in, and he takes off. Now we end up finding the body down in Georgia almost 6-7 months later. But like I said, that's a different story. But what he did after he dumped the body, he got the pickup truck, and he had a Jeep, and he had the 2 kids drive the Jeep. And the thing was, the kids were to follow him to the airport, because what he had basically said was the uncle just, or the stepfather just disappeared, and you know, the big manhunt out for him, which was true, that was going on, but that really wasn't the case. But that's what he wanted to make it look like, that the guy had maybe, you know, jumped a plane and left the country. So he drives down to the parking at the airport in Chattanooga, and the 2 kids are behind him in the Jeep following him. He goes through and he goes up to the yeah, we'll go this way, goes up to the counter, or pulls up to the little arm there that comes down when you try to pull in, and he takes the ticket, and you know, the gate flies open. He drives on through. Well, the kids, they drive through behind him, and they don't get a ticket. They just, you know, the thing comes up and it gives them enough time to come through. Well, he parks the stepfather's truck in a parking space, and then gets in the Jeep behind him and drives to the token taker, you know, where you give them your ticket and you pay your parking fee. Well, he doesn't have a ticket, and he gets there, and there's nothing, you know, there's nothing he can do. He can't say, oh, you know, I've done this or I've done that with it, or you know, I'll go back to my car and get it, you know, because he's not supposed to have a car there. You know, he's leaving. So they basically tell him that you know, he can pay so much, but he has to produce his driver's license and sign some forms. So they do all that. Well, that just left documentation as to where he was, and based on the time frame of the he went through the token takers booth and filled out those forms. Based on when we did recover the truck, we found the truck in the parking lot, and the ticket was the ticket that he grabbed, he had left in the truck. So we were able to put the times together and basically nailed him into driving the truck down there. And that is just a case of a stupid criminal. And you know, there were a number of things that he did along the way that were just absolutely ridiculous, and we ended up getting him. But like I said, that's another story, and it'll be a good one, because this guy killed a lot more than just one person. And it was like a 20-year ordeal that he was worked on. And like I said, it was one of the first cases that my boss ever assigned to me. And it's, when I tell the story, it's kind of ironic, because the old man that he killed, he was, at the time, when we were looking at him 20 years ago, he was living on the property of this old man, his stepfather. And when I went down to try to find him, the old man ran me off, and you know, it was really kind of hateful to me. And my boss told me he was going to be like that. But anyway, the next time I see the guy, he's laying out in the middle of the woods on the mountain in Georgia, and he's got no head and no hands. And it was just kind of ironic that it played out that way. And unfortunately, he was not the only victim of this guy. And like I said, that's another story for another day. Let's see where we're at here. If there's a I think I'll walk down this way. Maybe. Yeah, we'll walk down this way a little bit. I don't think I walked down here. I've walked this walk before, and I really like this area because it's kind of unchanged. It's not changed. You know, there are a few places that have been left, you know, the way they normally are. You know, like these old houses, and even the coffee shop is pretty much the way the houses were a long time ago. I love the style of these things. And again, I apologize for the audio on this thing. It's a pity that the extension mic just, I don't know, I shut it off from the last video, and when I went to turn it back on, it wouldn't come back on. But fortunately, I've got two of them, so I can still use it, but I'll have to use the other microphone. This is a really neat area. There are a lot of homestays back in this area too, where you stay in the people's houses, you know, and cook food with them and all that. But the weather has been wonderful. Couldn't ask for better weather. The smoke level there is no smoke now. The only smoke that we're seeing now is from the locals that are, you know, burning their trash and stuff, and that really doesn't affect the sky. It just kind of affects your breathing when you go through it. And you know, it's just the way they are. That's what they do. All right, we'll make a right here and try to make our way back to the bike. See where we come through here. But like I said, this is a really cool area to walk through. And you guys that like to take pictures, you know, do street photography, yeah, this is just a haven for some good photography shots. I'll try to show you as much as I can. See, these are old buildings. They've been here a while. Look at how those two have been put together. Interesting. The Thai architecture really kind of intrigues me sometimes. Just neat little places in here. And I think we will go down here and we will turn right, and that will take us back to Sweet Home Coffee. And like I said, if y'all come here and you don't check her place out, matter of fact, if you come here and you mention the channel, we had a pay it forward thing going, and I believe that your stuff will be free. Now, if you want to pay it forward, you know, for the next person, you know, you're welcome to do that. Yeah, we'll go down here and turn to the right. Really cool temple over here on the left too. Yeah, see, these are little apartments in here too. Pretty cool. Like I said, I have no clue what the sound is going to be like. I'm really disappointed, but not much I can do about it now. The only other thing I could have done was jumped on the bike and gone back home and got it. But that's, you know, that's a 15-kilometer trip for me. Lady hanging out with her cat. Yeah, we'll walk down to the right here, and the motorcycle should be down just a little ways on the right. Swadee Ka. Villa's homestead. Oh, that would be cool. I have not done a video with using this microphone, so it might be good. I don't know. I've always used an external mic with this unit, but from the times that it has cut out, I wasn't happy with the sound at all. They're playing chess. China place. Now here we are back at the corner. Well, listen, I appreciate everybody that's come into the channel and watched the video, left comments, bought coffee, and said hello, sent me messages and stuff. I'm feeling good. And this has kind of got my second wind going. Maybe I'll get out and make another one in a day or two. But anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.